Hi, my name is Corinne Bloom, and I'm a life coach, mentor, and relationship expert. So today I want to talk about this theme that I've been looking at a lot around it's okay to be me, it's okay to be who I am or who you are. And I've spent a lot of my life really looking at authenticity. It's been an ongoing theme in my life. And I've been through many different phases with it because I found that authenticity was, really about coming from your truth and living, speaking, feeling from whatever is in that moment, whatever is true for me in that moment or true for you in that moment. And within that, I found a certain strength and independence. And it's shifted a little bit into I would say almost a softening into the acceptance of not only who I am, but what is happening for me in this moment. So why I've kind of come to this, it's okay to be me, is that no matter what is happening, we create struggle and pain for ourselves when we fight against that, when we think we should be somebody else, or we think we should make a different decision, or we should be doing something different, and we completely ignore whatever's happening in this moment. And the moment that we actually just allow and accept that whatever we're feeling right now, our only job is to witness it and to embrace it. And if it needs to shift, it's often because it just needs our love. So if we're feeling fear or worry or shame, it's beckoning us to give ourselves a little bit of love and attention. And I think what keeps people from really being in their authenticity is the fear of that vulnerability, the shame of who they are, that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough. And yet what's ironic is we're all doing this. We're all doing this simultaneously. So most people, we're walking around in a society where people are so afraid to be who they are that we're all trying to pretend to be somebody else or to be what the media tells us to be or what fashion tells us to be. And I really am here to support you in actually believing in who you are, just as you are, without anything on top of that, without any spicing, shall we say. There's no sweetener that's needed. It's really encouraging you to just look at how painful is it for you not to be who you are. And yes, it might take courage to be who you are and to be in that vulnerability. But that type of courage is one that's going to bring you to the most empowering place that you can ever live from. And that is simply being who you are. Because the moment we connect to that without guilt, without shame, without any apology, it's like the whole world opens up to us, because finally we're really showing up and saying, yes, I say yes to myself. Even when I don't feel good about who I am, I say yes to taking care of that part of me that doesn't feel good about itself. And reminding myself that, I am good enough and that I am loved and that I love myself and that I can be appreciated and respected in life, but I first have to give that to myself. So if there are 3 things that I could encourage us all to do, is to firstly learn to really be with whatever is happening in the moment and to just be with love, with acceptance and nurture in that moment. The second step would be speak to ourselves kindly. And this is a really, really hard one because we've all become very used to speaking quite rudely and meanly to ourselves. And the reason why we get scared of being vulnerable with others is because sometimes people say things that are really hurtful or really critical, but it's often a reflection of how they're speaking to themselves. So if we can learn to speak kindly to ourselves, we will in turn be able to speak kindly to other people. And the third thing would be, can we all have that courage that comes from the heart, from the soul and core of our being, not the armor, not the strength that says, I'm going to put up with anything, no matter how I'm feeling inside, but actually I'm going to be so honest with whatever is happening within me. I'm going to come from that place. I'm going to step forward into my life and really embody who I know I authentically am. And with that, I feel like we could really change life. We could change the world if we could all just show up loving ourselves, believing in ourselves, speaking to ourselves and to one another kindly, and really embodying who we know we truly are. So I hope that's been at least something to think about, and I really wish you well on your own personal authentic journey.